Two men risked their own lives to rescue a giant buffalo slowly sinking into a deadly swamp. But just as they manage to save it, something incredible happens. The Serengeti National Park, located in the heart of Tanzania, is one of the most amazing and mysterious places on Earth. Here, amidst breathtaking landscapes that seem to stretch endlessly, wildlife reveals itself with astonishing intensity. Every day, thousands of animals face hidden dangers, lurking in the vast savannahs, dense forests, and especially the treacherous swamps. Despite its captivating natural beauty, the Serengeti also hides numerous challenges that often go unnoticed by those admiring the region from afar. One of these dangers is the seemingly shallow swamps, which in reality hide deep layers of dangerous mud. At first glance, they appear to be simple muddy areas, but one false step can turn a peaceful walk into a desperate struggle for survival. These swamps typically form after rains when the ground becomes unstable and treacherous. Many animals, from small antelopes to enormous African buffaloes, have fallen into these natural traps, unable to escape on their own. The thick mud acts like quicksand, slowly trapping any creature that ventures too deep, transforming a simple search for water into a true nightmare. Due to these silent dangers, the Serengeti has become the frequent stage for real-life dramas. Every year, hundreds of animals become trapped in these swamps, fighting uselessly until they become completely exhausted, left at the mercy of predators or the merciless elements of nature itself. It's in this wild and unpredictable setting that our story unfolds. A peaceful day can quickly become a race against time to save a life now, with a clear understanding of the hidden dangers lurking in every corner of this magnificent park. Let's follow closely the dramatic struggle for survival of this African buffalo, whose fate would be changed forever after falling into one of the Serengeti's natural traps. It all began at sunrise when the first golden rays of sunlight illuminated the Serengeti. The large herd of African buffalo slowly awoke, preparing to start another day, searching for the expansive grasslands that ensure their survival. Moving as a group, buffalo traveled tens of kilometers every day, always attentive to the collective rhythm of their journey. But among so many animals, it's easy for some to stray, inadvertently driven by necessity or simple curiosity. That's exactly what happened that morning to an enormous male buffalo. Strong, experienced, but perhaps overly confident, he decided to slowly walk towards a nearby swamp, tempted by the promise of fresh water. The herd continued moving forward, busy grazing on the abundant, soft grass, grown after recent rains, unaware that one of their own had fallen behind. The buffalo continued alone, calmly stepping onto terrain that at first glance seemed solid. Initially, nothing appeared dangerous. The shallow mud blended with tall grass, creating a perfect illusion of safety. The buffalo kept moving forward, focused solely on satisfying his immediate thirst. Unaware, he was about to face one of the most dangerous moments of his life. Suddenly, the ground that supported his weight disappeared without warning. His legs sank deeply into the thick mud, completely throwing him off balance. Within seconds, the buffalo realized he had fallen into a natural trap he could not easily escape from. He quickly tried to move, struggling fiercely, but the more he fought, the deeper he sank. The situation soon became desperate. The powerful animal that moments earlier walked confidently across the savannah now found himself trapped, submerged up to half his body in heavy mud. His heart raced, eyes frantically searched for a way out, and he let out anguished cries that echoed in the morning silence. Meanwhile, the herd remained indifferent at a distance, not even noticing the absence of one of its strongest members, and thus alone and panicked. The buffalo began a long and agonizing fight for survival, deeply stuck in the mud. The African buffalo struggled with all the strength he had left. Each desperate movement caused his legs to sink even deeper, worsening his condition. He tried using the strength of his curved horns to lift his heavy body, but the treacherous mud was relentless as the minutes passed. The animal became increasingly exhausted. His breathing grew heavy and irregular, and his eyes displayed growing despair, isolated from the herd still peacefully grazing nearby. He let out deep moans echoing across the landscape, hoping someone would hear him, but no help arrived. After nearly an hour of struggle, he slowly began losing hope, realizing he might have reached the end of his physical and emotional strength as the buffalo slowly suffered. trapped in the heart of the swamp, unexpected hope. Appeared on the horizon nearby, patrolling the roads of the Serengeti, was Bari, an experienced park ranger who knew every inch of the park from afar. He spotted something unusual moving in the mud and immediately knew an animal was in danger. Without losing time, Bari urgently called for backup. Minutes later, the two rangers, Kato and Bari, joined the mission. They knew every second counted quickly. Grabbing their equipment, they headed toward the swamp, fully aware of the seriousness of the situation. Upon arriving at the swamp, they saw the buffalo almost motionless, breathing with difficulty, and close to the limits of its strength. Faced with this distressing scenario, the rangers immediately understood that the rescue needed to be swift, yet extremely careful to avoid worsening the animal's already delicate situation. With time rapidly running out, the rangers began a meticulous rescue operation. Cato and Barry carefully approached the trapped buffalo, sinking partially into the soft mud, while attempting to secure a rope around the animal's massive body. Their first attempt failed. The buffalo was too exhausted to cooperate and was at risk of sinking even deeper. Realizing the complexity of the situation, Cato urgently called for reinforcements, requesting a special crane to safely lift the buffalo out. While waiting for the equipment, Cato and Bari gently cleared away the mud around the animal's face, enabling it to breathe more easily. Finally, after minutes that felt like an eternity, the crane arrived at the scene with slow and precise movements. The team secured the cable around the buffalo's body and carefully began lifting it from the mud. Everyone held their breath, hoping the operation would be successful. When the buffalo was finally extracted from the swamp and gently placed on solid ground, the rescue team immediately rushed to provide first aid. Thick mud covered the buffalo's entire body, making breathing difficult and hiding possible injuries. Kato quickly brought clean water and began carefully washing every inch of the animal, while Barry slowly poured more fresh water over it to cool and soothe its exhausted body. Barry gently approached, carefully examining the buffalo's breathing, which gradually seemed to stabilize. Meanwhile, Cato carefully removed mud accumulated around its eyes and nostrils, slowly restoring the buffalo's sense of comfort and security that had been lost during hours trapped in the treacherous mud. At that moment, the buffalo emitted a weak moan, as if clearly understanding that those human hands were there to help, not harm him. Shortly afterward, a veterinary team arrived, bringing essential medicines to aid the animals. Recovery and injection of vitamins and energy supplements was quickly administered, accelerating its recovery and enabling the buffalo to gradually regain its lost strength. Slowly, its eyes opened, fully, calmly, and curiously observing the humans around it. At that instant, a silent connection was forged between the wild animal and its rescuers, revealing a powerful bond of trust rarely witnessed in nature. After regaining its strength, the buffalo slowly stood up and with cautious steps returned to join its herd. From a distance, the rescue team watched proudly and emotionally as the animal peacefully reintegrated with the group. This successful rescue reinforced an important lesson. Every life deserves protection, and every effort made for nature is always worthwhile. What did you think of this story? Share your thoughts and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.